So my husband and I were supposed to spend 2 days and 2 nights here, but we both had work, so we only had 1.5 days of free time. So here's our itinerary for 1.5 days in Hakodate. Hakodate was Japan's first city to open up its ports to foreign trade in 1854, which means that there's quite a lot of foreign influence in the architecture here. That's how you get amazing blends of Japanese and European architecture like the Goryokaku Fort. The reason this fort is shaped like a star, by the way, is so you can attach more guns and fire in more areas. I thought it was just to look pretty. If you're in Goryokaku Fort, it's definitely worth it to go to the Goryokaku Tower just so you can get this amazing view. And check this out! Yes, on the way up and down the lift, they switch off the lights and you can see these glowy UV paintings. It's really cool, and I really recommend walking around the park. Not only is it beautiful, there's also the Hakodate Magistrate's Office, which is a really amazing building. It was built in 1864 and destroyed, but it has been restored in the most careful way possible. To restore this, they actually gathered carpenters from all over Japan and experts in traditional ways of building, and they built it exactly the way it was built in 1864. So it's a very impressive piece of restoration, and I really recommend checking it out. Oh, and believe it or not, there's such thing as the International Starship Citadel City Summit. It happens once every 3 years. I'm so happy to live in a world where this is actually a thing. Like, how oddly specific is that? You can find more pretty buildings in the Motomachi area, and I really love walking around in this area. You see historic buildings from different countries and cultures all in the same place. It's like a fancier, more authentic Disneyland. My husband and I loved it so much. We went here twice just to have nice long walks together. Very romantic, you know, talking about deep stuff like, at what age can we get away with farting loudly in public without anybody saying a thing because we're old? Very deep, meaningful stuff like that, you know. We're a great couple. So romantic. We did try to get to the summit of Mount Hakodate, so there's a camera up there so you can see the view from the peak, and you can see the view from this camera from their website as well as at the base station. That way you can figure out whether it's worth going to the top or not. We did check the camera on the website and it looked clear, but it was only clear for half an hour. By the time we got up, it was foggy again. But it's okay. Luckily, I discovered this amazing yogurt drink, which was absolutely delicious. Yeah, at least we got a nice view from the bus. It's okay though, we went shopping in a Kanemori red brick warehouse area. We had so much fun shopping there. It's a really amazing area for shopping. You can pretty much do all your souvenir shopping here and get really classy, not cheesy stuff. I love it. That's why I'm really impressed with Japan, because everywhere else you'll get tourist trappy souvenirs, but not here, because God forbid you leave with a bad impression of Japan. Japan is one of those countries where instead of trying to rip off tourists, they try to make sure you have the best experience ever. I love this country, it's awesome. They really created this area to show the best of Hakodate. You have souvenirs you actually want to buy, like beautifully crafted music boxes, which I got because it plays the theme from Howl's Moving Castle, which is a song I really, really love. It's one of those songs I forced myself to learn on the piano because I just loved it so much. And there's also a lot of great cafes and a lot of good restaurants around it. If you notice, yes, my trip really revolved around food because I really, really love food. I think the only reason I'm not obese, even though I love food so much, is because I'm one of those people who rather starve than eat crappy food. Every time I eat terrible food, I just get so upset because I'm just like, why am I wasting time and stomach space on this crappy meal when I could be eating an epic meal? Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna survive in the olden days because I don't think I have any survival instincts. When I was in New York, I will walk 30 minutes in a blizzard just to get the rice pudding I'm craving for. Yes, I will literally rather starve than eat terrible food. And good food doesn't have to be expensive. My husband and I totally fell in love with this fast food chain called Lucky Piero that serves the best curries ever. It's so good that we went there twice. The curry is just so rich in flavor. It's a Hakodate based fast food chain and it's really, really famous for good reason because it's just delicious. Even though this restaurant does look like a tourist trap, you know how you know it's not a tourist trap? When we went there, it's often full of school children, and I really believe that if you want to look for good food that has really great value for money, you look where the school kids are because they're very price conscious and they have the time to look for a really good restaurant. We did try this famous curry from a restaurant that's been open since the 1800s. And while we did enjoy the curry there, we didn't enjoy it as much as Lucky Piero. And our theory is just because this more expensive restaurant tries really hard to stick to the original taste. And I think the original flavor of curry in those days when curry was first introduced to Japan is probably kind of bland. So while it is delicious, it doesn't have that kick that Lucky Piero's curries have. So I'm a huge fan of Lucky Piero. And fortunately for you, if you're in love with the curry, you can buy the curry home, which is totally what I did because oh my god, it's really amazing, amazing curry. Hakodate is home for such amazing seafood. So we tried uni murakami again to compare whether the one in Sapporo or Hakodate is better, and both of them are just as good. It's really amazing, and I've been going crazy over shrimp sashimi here because oh my god, shrimp sashimi here is just amazing. It's so creamy and sweet. When you bite into a shell, you get the lightest, crispiest crunch. Like you're biting the thinnest, lightest wafer ever. It's just beautiful. Normally everywhere else in the world, getting shrimp sashimi, it's a bit of a gamble. You don't know if you're going to get a good sashimi or soggy shells and a mushy taste of regret, followed by feelings of dread for the oncoming food poisoning. Even when I go to the top sushi restaurants in the world, I've never gotten such crisp shells before. I'm so amazed. I just went nuts. I'm already missing it so much. Oh, and the scallops. There's no hint of bitterness or sliminess. It's just sweet, sweet deliciousness. Even a non-fatty salmon is so rich in flavor that it beats the more expensive premium salmons that I paid 10 times the price of anywhere else in the world. Hakodate is just seafood haven. Enjoy the food. Anyway, the Kanemori Red Brick Warehouse is near the bay, and if you're here, you definitely have to try the Hakodate Bay Cruise. You get the most amazing views of Hakodate, and it's really fun. The boat is actually really comfortable and luxurious. I had so much fun.
I should take this off. It's ugly. Hey, you're gonna take photos of me? Shouldn't be with this on.
In Hakodate, I stayed in the WBF Grand Hotel, which has the most amazing, amazing location ever. It's within walking distance to the Kanemori Red Brick Warehouse, as well as Motomachi District and Mount Hakodate Ropeway. Anyway, that's it for my Hakodate vlog, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe if you do, and I'll see you next time for the last part of my vlog, Sapporo BA Furano. Anyway, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. See you. Bye.